Yo, what's good, guys? I hope you're all doing good and great. And today's video is going to be like the continuous of the market research. Like we did like the market research using like what it's called Reddit. Like we went like through Reddit and do some research. We're already doing it manually. Right now, you're going to use like additionally like the powers of AI. So there is some things like recently added like to ChatGPT, cloud and stuff called like deep research. So we have created like a prompt that's literally so powerful. It can do like all the manual research that we're doing like ourselves, just using the AI like itself. It not only coming with generic answers, but actually coming out with same like this. It's gonna feel like this document's actually like this. Because right now, like with deep research, like that's ChatGPT have, or like Cloud have and stuff, they are able to go to URLs and stuff and read things and copy things and get like the actual comments and thread and stuff. So we're using this right now also. I always like not always right now is like the eyes get like so much powerful. So there is like only like a stupid person that's not gonna be developing it. But I see a lot of people was using it like in a generic way. You're just using like prompt that's gonna give them like generic answers. And when you're gonna get generic answers, like you're not gonna be able to be creative. You're not gonna be able to develop like really good concepts when it's gonna came to the ads or like the hero story, like the idea how you wanna to introduce your products, like if it's problems aware kind of issues and stuff. So if you get generic answers, like generic output from ChatGPT, you're gonna give also like in your mind's gonna have like some bad inputs, So like it's not like some great input. So we developed this way. So instead of us like doing manual research, we're gonna do it like always like to start with it, so you can get more familiarized with your avatar and stuff. Because at the end of the day, you are the one like your creative strategist or like whatever's in your team's responsible for getting like ads idea or like creating like the advertisers and stuff. He does need to go like through always like first like to do a manual research, so he can understand like the avatars like better. Then later on he can also develop like not develop but like just use like the AI. So let me explain like this AI prompt. Hi, I want you to act as top creative strategist for $100 million a year direct response brand. Why we mention like direct response brand? Because when we mention like it's direct response, we mean that our ads and stuff is gonna be like direct response. It's gonna be like real skills marketing. It's not like gonna be attached to the customers based on some feelings like that's on a market sophistication level 5 or something. When you're talking about like the ads that Snipes do or the ads that really big brands like the $1 billion companies do. They're not like some direct response. You're just like attaching the customers to an identity with that product. You're using that specific product. It's not like, oh, it's gonna solve this and this and this. So it doesn't have like the skills of the direct response marketing. So we highlight this like direct response brand in the niche. You mentioned your niche. Your mission is to conduct a deep dive on our target customers, the avatar. Or you also want to insert here is like your avatar to gain a real emotional data-backed understanding of our ideal audience. The ultimate goal is to uncover raw insight that will help us create killer ad angles, irresistible messaging, and content that deeply resonate, driving massive sales and conversion. So you also told them like why we even want to do this research, so you can understand that we want to get like idea and stuff, and to get like the bridge between like our product, like our customers, and to get him like to buy our products. Like the bridge is gonna be like the market research and getting the ideas, getting hooked, getting concept, understands how we can create bodies that's going to resonate with him and stuff. So the whole thing of the market research is creating like kind of a bridge, like we don't know anything about the customers, then we have our products. When we know more about the customers, we're going to find like points that we can link him to, like first the ads, like the hooks. Gonna get him to watch the video like after the 3 seconds. We're gonna need to have like a body that maybe talk about the day-to-day struggles that they have, that's gonna make him want to watch more because it's gonna feel resonated. Then you're gonna show him like an avatar is already achieves like his desire that he wants. So like the whole market research is always like I keep repeating myself for people to really understand why we're doing the market research, just to create like a whole bridge that's gonna end up by making the people actually want to buy our products. So we also want him to understand that's like what's the reason of these research. You will be what is my English? You will be working off a market research documents called Avatar Deep Dive Research. So we showed him like also like the documents that we want him to fulfill. This one. We added these things, so everything's gonna be explained to him, like so he can understand avatar explanations, what we mean, pain points, what we mean, day-to-day struggles, what we mean, victories, what we mean, failures, what we mean, goals, what we need, desires, level of awareness. So any answers, you can understand exactly what you want from it. It's not like based on his understanding, but like actually what we mean about desires, what we mean about. So as an example, desires, what their main and deeper desires starts. I want to, so I can, to uncover the true motivation behind solving their problems. so you can get us like more deeper like desires, not like just generic ones. So you're gonna be use a document called Avatar Deep Dive Research, which includes key questions that need to be fulfilled, out with rich and deep finding from Reddit. To guide you and set the standards, we will upload an example document showing the level of details and insight we're looking for. Use it for inspiration. That document is the avatar that we already did, so you just can understand how we want to fulfill like this document, which insight that we put into it, Here is how to approach this task. Go deep, no surface level answers. Don't settle for short replies or shallow takes. Compels entire posting with the threads that reflect what people are thinking, feeling, experiencing in their own words. So you don't really want like generic answer sometimes. You want really their own word, their own experience, because that's what we do here. We copy things before we clean these documents and stuff. We copy things so we can understand exactly how they describe their issues, what they feel, with their own wordings. It's not like, oh, they feel sad, oh, they feel bad, but how they mention like them feeling sad. I was just crying this morning. The amount of hair I have now compared to 2020 is heartbreaking. This is when she's really sad. She's really almost getting depressed. She cries because of this. It's not like crying, So when we read this, because like when it's this done, we want to read it ourselves, so we can actually get an info from it that can help us. Just like over rely on AI. So use customer language. Include exact quotes from Reddit user, especially phrases that highlight their frustrations, fear, aspiration, and desires. These words are gold for ad copying angles. So yeah, this is like really gold. So he also understands why we want like the customer's language, because why even do copywriters if you can use like the copy that your customers using, like you can use their own word to phrase things. So it's easy for the scripts. It's also gonna seem authentic if even if you don't, because I see this issue about people's about script and stuff. Some people doesn't want to use scripts like Sean and Spencer, and they're really doing like great jobs just by giving like authenticity to the customer, to their like content creators, and then let teams using their own words. We heavily was using what's called script. Recently, we start also adapting the method that Sean's like shared with us. So, but in this case, when we have like real customer language, it's also seem authentic, even like the other person is just like accents, because you gave him like some real scenarios, not something that you just came up with their hand. So that's why we want like real customer language. Analyze multiple perspectives. For every question in the doc includes varied options, conversions, debates, and commentary. The goal is to get a well-rounded view of what the audience think, not just one side of the story. So you want like the overall image, not just one side of the story that all people believe this, then the majority of other people believe in this, Prioritize patterns over outlines. We want to find the big shared beliefs, struggles, and desire. So you want like the general things. We don't want like specific thing that's only like a few of the audience wants, because literally we want to create like brands and sell to market to get like $1 million plus a month, So we literally need to go like to the desires and the issues, like to the overall market on this avatars, like some not like the minority of peoples. So that's unit our audience, not isolate opinion that only applies to a small group. Focus on common stories that keep coming up across the community. Explore the relevant subreddits and go beyond. You will be given a list of starting subreddits, but don't stop there. If you find other communities or rabbit holes that align with our avatar's word, go for it. So here we can give him like links about like what it's called, about like our avatars, like subreddits of our avatars. Like in our case was I already included here. It was like this one. So sorry, it was this one. So we give him subreddits as many as possible that we think of, but in this case we only talked about pesos, and like we're gonna go to that later on. Keep context intact. Don't just list quoted or comment structure. You'll find them like real Reddit conversation. Use post titles, show back and forth discussions, and wrap them up with brief summaries inside that ties the conversation back to the avatar psychology. So why we have like this in general, all of this. So when you give us the documents, that document we can just go with it and read it without even doing our own like Reddit research, and we're gonna have like really enough information to start with. The layers on we can get like to keep doing the manual research to get more concept, but just gonna be way enough to start with. So it's gonna be like real documents, real codes, real comments, real threads, real stuffs, like answering the things. So it's not like some generic stuff. So deliverable, a fully filled out avatar deep research document. So it's gonna feel fulfilled like this document fully. Packed with details, emotional charging, conversations, driving insights, backed by real user codes and organized Reddit threads. Subreddit to start with. Normally here we're gonna include like the Reddit that we want. In avatar, then we're gonna give him a small description about like the avatars. let's dive deep and come back with truth that sells. So let's go to ChatGPT and show you how we apply that. So here we go. Instead of like doing this and waiting, because like the deep research can take a lot of time. It depends if you have like a lot of URLs and a lot of stuff that like GPT need to go through. It can take like up to 30 minutes and even more. In this case, it only takes like around 10 minutes because it's only have like few subreddits that he went through. So here is the full prompt that we gave him. So just included in here is like hair loss. We mentioned to him like the avatar Pesos hair loss suffers. Everything else is the same. Delivery subreddit to start with, reddit.com pesos. The avatar Pesos hair loss sufferer. Let's dive deep in and we gave him. So after like we gave him this AI, also we included like I forget, like we included this document, like an example so you can get inspired with. And we include to him like what is it? This one. So like the document that you need to fill. So we included this. In this, like the documents you need to fill, and an example of some manual research that already we did, you know. So here we go. After like we give them this prompt, he came us and said, "Thanks for sharing both the avatar deep dive research templates and the sample file documents for PCOS hair loss sufferers." Sorry if I always like pronouncing it wrong. Before I dive into Reddit research to build out the full deep dive with our raw conversation, emotional insight and self-driving angles, could you confirm a few things? Are there any additional subreddit you'd like me to explore beyond the PCOS? Do you want the final document delivered as a Word doc or pass it here in full? Should I prioritize any specific sections of the template, pain points for customers, language triggers for extra depth? Once I have your preference, I will begin the deep dive Reddit and build the full avatar deep dive for documents PCOS hair loss. So first questions, are there any additionals you'd like me to explore beyond PCOS? I told him, you can check the female hair loss. Go to whatever subreddit you think PCOS hair loss female sufferer will be in. Because the idea here, we're not focusing on females hair loss, but we're focusing on PCOS like hair loss. So I told him he can go to also like hair loss females, but always thinking like for the things that are like linked to PCOS, you know. After documents, you don't pass it here. Should I prioritize specific sections that you don't go depth? All the sections, they're all important. So we don't have like some specific sections. Everything is important. Like all the questions is important. So it started. It took like around like 11 minutes. I think it's like for people that doesn't know, you just type in here. You're gonna see like a deep research option here. You click in it and you use it. You use like the deep research like to put like this AI prompt. After that, it gave us like avatar dive, women Pesos related hair loss. Avatar explanation, so let's see like the explanation he came with. Women with PCOS related hair loss are typically in their late teens to late 40s, struggling with female power and hair thinning, baldness caused by hormonal imbalances. They are women who have long dealt with PCOS symptoms, irregular period, acne, hirsutisms, and now facing the added trauma of losing their hair. This avatar feel that hair loss is telling a core part of their identity, their femininity, confidence, and sense of normalcy. They often describe themselves as desperate for a solution, emotionally exhausted from watching their one thick hair thin out. What they want most is to stop the hair loss and regain their hair fullness, so they can feel like themselves again and live without constant fear or shame. In their own word, hair loss is running my mental health. My hair just keeps shedding and my clientele get visibly smaller and I'm starting to show skull. They are looking for hope, support, and a real fix to restore not just their hair, but their self-esteem. Their age and gender females. This avatar explicitly consists of women dealing with PCOS, a condition affecting females, age range late teens through 40s, with many in their 20s and 30s. The community has college age, women early 20s up to women in their 30s, or early 40s discussing hair loss. For example, one 21-year-old limited and 21 in Spain thinning for a few years now, looking at this make me cry, while another woman at 20 shared how she's been single for a year and now fear hair loss will make dating ever harder. Most commonly, women appear to be in their 20s and 30s, prime years where appearances can significantly impact dating, career confidence, and self-image. They often mention having PCOS for many years, sometimes it's going to change and noticing hair loss. So, in short, female audience, roughly for 18 to 45, it's still like hair loss, especially devastating and accepted. So, we can see this, he gave us like almost like in the same avatars, like 3 angles that we can go with. Like you can go with like a lot of angles. It's gonna be like the dating angles for girls between like 25 plus. Then you can go for the careers, like maybe for 30 plus. You can be like just self-confidence and feeling nice, beautiful for the age like 80 to 25, you know. So we can get some angles from just like the age. Then let's go to the pain points. Women persons with hair loss experience deep physical and emotional pain points associated with their thinning hair. The physical manifestation, widened parts, visible scalps, patches, the excessive sheddings are constant reminder of the problems, but the emotional toll that truly ruin them, key points, voice ability include. So some pain points that they suffer from, severe impact on self-esteem and mental health. You talk about hair loss destroying their confidence, we describe daily crying spells, depression, even hopeless. Hair loss is ruining my mental health. So this is like, by the way, like this is like some hooks that you can use, you know? We're gonna add to it like a PCOS and something like that's gonna identify exactly the avatar from the first like second. So woman's like, the avatar gonna feel, oh, this is for me, especially for a woman's like PCOS. It's not like for a general woman with hair loss, but this is something like powerful. Hair loss is ruining my mental health. One woman confided saying every wash leads to more shedding, invisible scalp, and she feels she might have to restore to treatment. She afraid to just to get my self-esteem back. So yeah, they just want their esteem back. So it ruined their mental health, esteem. Another blend, she asked if her self-esteem is life quality are ruined forever. Okay. Self-esteem and life quality are ruined forever. After losing 50% of her at just 24, okay, the loss of her equals a loss of identity and confidence, leading to anxiety and sadness. So yeah, it's making them feels like they lose their identity. Feeling unfeminine or less of a woman. Hair is tied to their femininity. They are gut-wrenching sentiment that is robbing them of womanhood on multiple fronts. What a fucked up thing to go bald and not to be able to have kids. Okay, this is powerful. What a fucked up thing to go bald and not being able to have kids. This is also maybe like hook, but I don't know like how much like the kids issue is really. So it's all woman. Most people can have babies, but fortunately, if you are in the 30s, shots are better, but you don't need to give up on sales. Okay, so that's not like true, but we have what the fuck that thing to go bald. Diagnostic pistols instead of facing both infertility and rapid hair loss. The painful combination makes them feel broken, being unable to conceive and losing their hair. So additional feminine traits strikes at their core, sense of woman identity. Embarrassment and shame. Many express intense embarrassment about their appearances. They describe being mortified by how their hair has gotten to the point of avoiding social sharing. I'm so embarrassed at how little hair I have left. I can see my scalp and I'm just so embarrassed. Okay. Depression. Despair examinations. I have lost so much hair and I'm in tears. I can't do this anymore. And I want to crawl into a hole and die. Okay. Loss of security blanket. Many of the women reminisce about how their hair used to be their best features or source of pride. Loss feels like losing the one thing that made them feel beautiful. For instance, our heartbroken common thread. I used to have super thick hair. My hair was only the part of myself that made me feel beautiful and confident, and now PCOS has completely thinned out. Something I didn't think would ever happen at such a young age. This captures how hair was growing glory without it feels ugly, exposing much older. So yeah, this is the thing, you know, like after they like some of the females define themselves beautiful. Okay. So like it's just like it's saying like losing their identity, losing like their futures. Like if the things like their hair is the most like beautiful features in them, they lose it. That's really something sad about that they're gonna suffer from. In summary, the pinpoint centers on profound loss of hairs, loss of confidence, loss of femininity, news accompanied by mental health struggles. Like in anxiety, depression, isolation, every new handfuls of shed hairs or glands on scalp in the mirror twists the knife deeper. Okay, reinforce their fear that they're spiraling toward baldness and powerless to stop it. So day-to-day struggles because of that issue. PCOS-related hair loss affected this woman's daily lives in a very tangible way. The routine social interactions, even the media they consume, are colored by the struggles in hair horn. So the issues that they have: morning and night routine dominated by hair fear, avoiding hairstyles. Okay, I was losing a full pound of hair every shower. Avoid hairstyle and envying others. I get so envious not being able to do hairstyles everyone else get to do. I actually don't have to the hair for it. Emotional breakdown in public situation. Yesterday I cried in the hair salon when I saw how much hair was coming out when the hairdresser comes in. Yeah. This is some scenarios that you can talk about in the ads, like some situation that happened to a woman, and it's like it was almost like a turning point for her to look for a treatment. After like the hair salon comments on her. Yesterday I cried in her salon when I saw how much hair was coming out, and when the hairdresser commented how thin my hair was. So this is some really emotions for them. Okay, social withdrawals and hyper awareness, so they don't want to stay at social events, I think, and they start to be super aware about like the situation. If this continues like that, I will leave my house. Okay, easily self-esteem, may become an obsession on our enemy. This constant check. Away for always posting new 7 day. Impacts on work. I have to wear my hair tied back for work. It's only make it worse and more noticeable. So this is an angle. It's like for a woman that's working in happy, it says PCOS, and it's hair loss destroying like almost like their job career, or they feel like less confident about their work, about like how they look in the work. Sorry, I feel so terrible having what look like male parent baldness at her age. Requiring to tie her back becomes a daily order to volunteer or other skip activities you love. For example, avoiding swimming. Just pros because sweat can remove concealer or make it hair sticks and reveal wall patch. Okay. Even intimacy. Overlapping with dating struggles, they may avoid getting close. People physically feeling someone literally gets brown powders on their fingers from touching their hair fibers. Okay, we have like the dating angle. Relationship and dating challenge. On a personal level, romantic life suffers day to day, meaning avoid dating altogether. So while their hair is unresolved, in one candid discussion at 31 years shared with her inner critics, tell her no one decent will ever want me. Now she's losing her top of weight, struggles, she cringe at the top one man running her through and discovering this consistency. Okay, Bezos. In a sense, Bezos' hair loss infiltrates every day's life of this woman, from the bottom to the workplace to their social feed. They face reminders of what they are going through each day, involving coping strategies, getting gentle hair care routine, strategic styling, or cover up, avoiding triggers and mentally bracing themselves for the next shed. The daily experience a mix of practical management, trying oil, massaging scalp using Silk's power, an emotional circle, pep talks to go outside, finding back to in the shower, deflecting questions about their hair. It's chronic stress that very few people in their offline life understand, which is why they often turn to online communities for comfort and advice to get through each days. Victory small wins in walkthroughs, showing up for stuff and sharing, it grows. So we're gonna keep reading this, or I'm gonna read it like on my own terms, like when we want to develop like things in terms of documents. But just to show you the idea, so instead of like doing the manual research, he do like really a good like what's it called? A good deep dive, like just using what it's called, like the Reddit, just going through the Reddit and stuff. So let's see, like in the desire, what he said, like in desire, goals, beliefs. Okay, so some of the beliefs, it's hormonal, fix the hormone to fix the hair. This is like really powerful. Like I read it like before. So if they literally thinks like the whole issue in the belief that the whole issue of what it's called of the hair loss is hormones, so I don't think is it like way enough to just sell them like a rosary or like a red light therapy or something. So I was thinking about like going to a supplement, so you can do like also like with the AI and shit. I'm gonna show you later on like on this masterclass how we can use AI to get like the ingredient stuff that we can like produce with like a supplement to fix this issue. I think this can be a really powerful brand. So just a supplement specifically for pieces hair loss, creating ads that literally resonating with them, creating some pre-landing page like some listicles in some hero stories. I think this is like really powerful. So I need something like literally like for people that this literally something that you can think about. Don't just go copy this, but just like to show you how the business actually done and how you can get like really good ideas. So there is strong belief in the community. The Bezos hair is fundamental and internal hormonal problems. Users often state that high androgenous males are the culprits causing male problem. Therefore, they believe that truly to fix hair loss must treat the underlying hormone imbalance. In most cases, the hair loss associated with Bezos is hormonal due to high estrogen. Diet and lifestyle matter. Okay, medical professionals, you believe in dermatologists and in endorsers are the key, but they often don't help enough. So we can use this as social proof to like get like a dermatologist to talk about our brand. Minoxidil work with its double-edged sword, so if they already believe like the other minoxidil is not good enough, minoxidil heals, literally even when the community now make super hair growth is often brought up as standard treatment. Others have success with it, however, they believe that once you start, you can't stop without losing progress. This is repeated often as a caution point. They want to start minoxidil be a hard step and to cause more hair to fall. Okay, so this is also how we can tackle the other solution. Natural supplement versus pharmaceutical belief hair can vary based on the interact. Community wisdoms over math. Okay, this is basically, I think, is useless. Shared beliefs, community concepts, for instance, the belief persons need to be higher for hair. So many will say check your iron for 13 over 70. Believe there is issue can cause hair loss. Kids getting a full semi-final. They often dismiss common myths like the idea that some proposals highlight they believe it's eternals, but they may believe in something like them. They are more rolling, okay? So in here you can get like additional cells like supplements, and you add to it like some free gift like the derma rolling or micronutrients to stimulate the growth better. They have seen promise and they also believe that everybody's different, okay? Resignations versus hope. The default is going to divide between those aging toward the resignation. Maybe I should accept it and get away. This is also like an idea. Pesos like destroyed my mental health, and like all this year I had suffering with pesos. It was destroying my mental health. Right now she's going after my hair. It went to the part that I thought I should accept and get a wig. You know, this is some good hooks that you can get with. This might be something that will work. You just have to find it. Then you can add some things like this is like a whole almost like a whole what is it called a whole ad. You know, like a whole concept. So like pesos was destroying my mental health. I thought like I should accept the idea and get a wing, but I always think like there is some things that will work. I just have to find it. So I went and do research and stuff, and I find like this brand that has been created with this woman that has been suffering from pesos. This is did research about like all the ingredients and went and developed like this kind of supplements, and it has been taking it and stuff, and it's really helped me. Right now they see like some baby hair growth and stuff, so we can talk about it. This is like only the surface level of the desire, just the desire of getting like their hair back. Then you can see how we can develop to add like more about like relationship, how like confidence, and how she's right now is more happy. She can see herself in the mirror, and she doesn't need to go like through each showers while crying because like when she get like her hair through like her hand through the hairs is falling. So stuff that you can get from research. One believes that hair loss is complex issues require a multi-phase approach. Hormonal balance, possibly medication, possibly supplement, define time constantly, believe correct phases are unlikely. Instant result may dismiss due to that belief, okay? Learning from each experience, really thrive because from medical literature and female cell loss, limited importantly carry, I believe that's not just virtue. Issue that deserve attention, these beliefs make them resent an implication that they are overreacting, they want to be taken seriously, and for this avatar should validate this belief. Aspects, not their faults. Body biology rather than superficial facts. Desires. I want to have my hair back so I can feel beautiful and confident again, so I can stop hiding and live my life fully. So you just want to be out in the wild, you know, just other people's. The options feel like myself. Somewhat feeling like myself. It has a normal and long on it. I know it sounds vain, but just want to feel like myself again. I know it sounds vain, but just want to feel like myself again. This is also powerful. She faced hers before her wedding, desires to feel like himself in powerful emotional drive here. I want to stop worrying about my hair every month so I can present with loved ones and work so I can feel in control to my life again. This speaks to desire for peace in mind and mental freedom. Constant anxiety is exhausting the years to turn it off. I want to stop worrying about my hair every moment so I can be present with my loved ones and work so I can feel in control of my life again. Okay, getting back in the clothes. I want to shower without crying. This is powerful. So I want to wake up and not immediately shake my pillow for shed hairs. So this is also some stuff that you can talk about, like on also like the adversaries, like the hero story, you know. I want to feel attractive to others so I can date it confidently, keep the spark with my partner so I can have the love and acceptance and deserve. So like love and dating and the desires. You want to replay any critics, no one will ever want me. Okay, this is powerful. Sparks. I want to prove I can overcome pesos so I can feel empowered, so I can inspire others and not let this condition define me. Someone place her desires and their needs. I want to prove I can overcome pesos so I can feel empowered, so I can inspire others, not let this condition define me. Oh, this is powerful. This can be like, this is like our hero, like UGC content creator. This is her. She's somebody that came up like the PCOS, and right now she's empowered and she's like going to the world and trying to show them like the solution that she tried, and she just like telling other people to use it because it's actually like 3 solutions, you know, because it's a supplement that's actually fixing like your hormone imbalancement. I want a solution that I can trust so I can stop second guessing everything so I can finally commit and see results. Okay, so I'm an acceptable people say if you stop it's gonna get back, so you can talk about how it's gonna, the supplements can fix things. Objections, fear of side effects or long-term commitment. Okay, tried that didn't work mentally, tried that didn't work mentality. Another chewing gummy, another shampoo with big promises, another hair burst supplements. This guard goes, their guards go up. You might say, I have already tried X and did nothing, so why would this be different? So I've been drinking the tea. Goes from hair still fall out. This why before and after proof unique again crucial. Trouble kinds of objection. They basically assume new things won't work because nothing has so far. Okay. Get their hopes up. Skepticals like does anything to actually work themselves and think no. Is my life required your own forever? Trying to find segment. Worry about wasting money. The trend scams or overbought claims. The micro injections, yeah, right. Like assume is going to fix hormonal hair loss. So if it's hormonal, like I think it's like their beliefs already attached. We're having like a supplement that's gonna fix their hormonal. You just need to show them that's how this ingredient gonna come in line to fix like this thing. Concern is too late to severe. Okay, fear of judgments, just stigma, injections. So products to some might hesitate to take action due to the stigma. For example, one might be afraid to use main hair loss products. Okay, general fear of failures. So level of awareness. Problem aware, virtually all of them are intensely aware of the problem. They know they are losing hair. It's like to pistols and construct concern. Most of this, where all of them are intensely aware of problems. Most of these women have already moved into solution aware. So yeah, our audiences seem like solution aware. They're already looking for a solution. They know the problem. They know the cause. They believe like it's a hormonal. So just looking for a solution that's kind of fix like their hormones. So they didn't found it yet. So they are solution aware. Some portion of the audience even products aware, but less for omnixids and stuff. So literally like the majority is going to be solution aware. Overall level, the majority can be classified as solution aware. They are painfully aware of their problems, actually exploring a new solution, but they haven't settled on the solution yet. It hasn't worked yet. They know they want their hair back, but aren't sure well what you're giving them this. A woman might know that lowering androgens is the key, but isn't sure whether to try supplements or ask for a prescription. She's solution aware but not decided. If she sees an ad for a new supplement that claims to lower androgen specifically process, she will be intrigued. Okay, so here we go. This is ideas. She will introduce. So that's why we still need to do like a whole research about like what it's called. We're still gonna do like other type of deep dive avatars, like for the TikToks on TikToks, YouTube, Amazon's forums, to go deeper and like understand this avatar, because this is like just a portion of the audience. So that's it's not gonna be like the overall common beliefs. We're looking for the common all beliefs, so we can use in our ads and stuff. And also we're gonna need to do like a specific research about like the cause of the problems, like the hormonal cause, like the root cause of the problem, so you can see which ingredients gonna help, so you can come up with like kind of supplements. Why does hair loss and what you can do? Certainly emotional activity. The deeper drive, struggle because of hair loss, shame, loss of immunity, emotional anxiety and fear, hopeless, envy and isolation, loss of control. Like read customer language, hair loss is ruining my mental health. Every time I wash my hair just keeps shitting on ponytails. I didn't want to stop. My hair was the only part of myself that made me into hair. So visual cues and imagery that we can use: clumps of hair enhance or drain, within parts invisible scalps, ponytail compression, hair falling in shower, wig or head covering, mirror gaze, compare old photos, steers, crop time in. Trigger moments saying increase in hair loss, so like some a moment they're gonna push them like to look for solutions. Seeing an increase in hair loss, sudden shape spikes, often a dramatic and irritating hair fall is the last straw. Over the last few months, I lost so much so fast, so they're gonna push her like you want to look for actions. I need to do something now. Prompt reaction for someone else. Okay, this is also like some angles that you can do, like people's commenting in your hair loss, like some content creators talk about like how somebody comments in her hair and that's made her sad or something and trigger some emotion in her, so she wants to look for a solution. Life milestone or event, so yeah, getting married, most of this is like marriage. Event, I'm getting married in 6 months, panic about how hair we look in Reddit, which is a trigger for 3 old women who for this to who the panic growth products and look different parents, this is an health wake up call. It doesn't get diagnosis, so example. Making points, seeing someone else's success, doctors avoid social media for triggers. Okay, let's see the conclusion. In warm up this deep dive, it's clear that women with PCOS-related hair loss are dealing with a multi-dimensional challenge that affects them physically, emotionally, and socially. The avatar we're uncovering is a woman in her 20-30s, give or take a few years, who is desperate yet determined, disoriented yet hopeful. She speaks about her problems in physical terms, describing daily torment of hair loss. In the login, she feels like herself again. Her biggest pain points resolve around lost confidence, feel of never getting buried in this world that shadows here. It's shed here, which is like the skin answers. If you leave her in and want to invest in a solution that truly works, if only she can find it, I mean, that's meaningful start. She believes in addressing her cause, but it's the way of her anything that sounds like a gimmick. Emotionally, her hair is tied to her identity. In the solving this issue is just about looks, about reclaiming her sense of womanhood. Control and joy for $100 million brand image convert this avatar. The key will be to mirror her emotion in the messaging using exact language so she feel understand and then guided her toward hope, showing that there is a path forward that others have walked. No, she's not alone and that she can trust every piece of content or copy should feel like it's written by someone who's been up at 2 a.m. crying over her blush for stand. This is like powerful. So really, she want to see like the person that's gonna be in the ads, or like the story that's gonna be advertorial of like a hero story, like somebody that's really been in their shoes, because that's what's gonna create like the real connections emotionally with them. So somebody who went through her path is not somebody that doesn't even like the emotions and right now try to sell them some things. I just noticed my hair is going like crazy. Like my barber was traveling. It's Ramadan, so that's like outside the thing, but like I really need to get like a haircut. So yeah, in the ECG shit. That's the level of empathy insight we know, having to help psychology, but library and duration insights and codes gathered from information. So let's just do a try. This is we need to copy all of this so we can have it in a document that we're gonna get back to it. And that's avatar deep dive. So it's gonna be this. Okay, here we go. Copy. How many pages is this? Oh, 33. That's a lot to be honest. But yeah, this is too much powerful things that you can use what it's called. This is too much powerful thing. This we actually can help us gain a lot of ad concept, a lot of ideas and stuff that you can use. Like if we want to create like ads and also like in this case like the advertorials itself. So just one thing, give me some ad concept for books. 29 are books based on this. Right? All, 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 but many resource, resource, time, mind, endlessly. Endlessly, do we say mindlessly? Without just a kind of no concern. Endlessly. Brainstorm. Action. And yeah, let's see who's gonna get us. I'm gonna do pause until he answers. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my internet or something's going on. Like, I'm gonna pause like once you're gonna get the answer. I'm gonna see like because it seemed like taking too long. Maybe it's doing some deep research. I don't know. Normally, should not be answered in deep research. Should just be answered by ChatGPT itself. Like no deep research, just analyzing this thing. You can see. Okay, here we go. Anything deeply personalized as concept, powerful calls are monetized, objective from avatar. The day my hair stopped falling, I couldn't even look in the mirror anymore. Every shower felt like another goodbye to myself. So the hook is not powerful. So the hook is not like for pesos. So like my English guys, but I guess my way with it, like to actually get into good stuff. Let's see what you're gonna came up with. You have to try, I'm just this is not like even a problem, just like you're gonna see like how much powerful this is, just to get like the idea of the whole research, Because you're not gonna use all the research, like each part of it, you're gonna combine it with another part, then you're gonna start getting like add concepts, add ideas, hooking stuff. Then like the day-to-day struggles, you're gonna implement it on the whole, like the things that's maybe that girl's gonna talk as her story about like how she went, how she was like whenever she go to showers, like she get her hand through her hair, it's like it's getting through her hair. She was crying. She cannot go outside and stuff. She can talk about like stuff that's holding people, and how she came up with like to find a solution. So let's see. Concepts. Let me just hook. Let's see how this hook. I think the worst part of this was the acne until my scalp starts showing. Okay. What a cool combo. Infertility plus hair loss. Pesos didn't just mess with my body, took my confidence too. I think this is like really good because we from research we find that that's not like all women have like infertility, like some of them can like actually be good with it, so it's not like a common thing for them. Every time I see more scalp in the mirror, I'm mom boss is still winning. Okay. I wasn't even shocked by the kiss anymore, but the hair shading that's broke me. I have blisters, I have cried in the shower, I have avoided bright lights, I have skipped events because of my hair. Most people don't know that hormonal hair loss is in women starts at the part line. We do because we have pistols. Most people don't know that a hormonal hair loss in women starts at the part line. I don't know what the fuck is this. This isn't postpartum. It's menopause. This is pistols hair loss. And no biting gummies don't fix it. Okay, this is good. I'm 27. My parents is the size of pencils, and pencils is to blame. Okay, the derma said it's genetic, but deep down they know it was pencils. You track your macros, you have taken stills, you have the nourishment oils, but your hair starts falling. So we shop for the landing page, emails, reviews, self-building profiles. Yet not yet. We still don't have enough information. We still need like more information about the avatar. Then we still need information about like the root cause of the problem. So we see how we can create like a supplements brand, and we see like how we can link between the futures, like the ingredient of that supplements and the benefit that they're gonna get. So it's kind of seems like logical for them. Then you can be able to proceed like with creating the brands, like the ads, the headlines and stuff. It was just hair falling. It was me at concept one. It wasn't just hair falling. It was me. Then identity. Oh, which them identity loss, the emotional okay, so it's already here, like the identity loss, the emotional collapse behind Pesos hair loss. My personality used to be the one thing I loved about myself. Pesos take that That too. I thought I could handle the weight gain and acne, but the hair loss broke me. Every morning I checked in the mirror, every day more scalp, more shame. I'm 29 and I'm terrified I will be bald by 2020. Pesos wasn't supposed to do this. Hair loss from pesos doesn't just take my hair, it takes my mental health. I think it's like we need to always mention like the name PCOS, so that's like can catch their attentions like on the headline. This is really important. So it's catch like that avatars, they know that it's PCOS. I don't know if this is like this is gonna catch like every woman I think with hair loss. And women with PCOS maybe is gonna say, oh, this is some other things about like hair loss. That's not gonna attract me because like they feel that their condition is different because it's actually different. It's hormonal things. So they don't want just to watch like another ad that's for other females that have their own things, like their own issue with hair loss. I have tried everything and I'm still shading. This is like also a good concept because like some of women have tried like everything's for hair loss but nothing's worked for them because they don't know it's hormonal. By biotin, inositol, rosemary oil, spearmint tea, why is my scalp still showing? I haven't even tried drought of hair products and no results show it. Minoxidil made me shed worse, now I'm scared to try anything. I'm doing everything right for my pesos, but my hair is still falling out. I wish I started something real instead of wasting 2 years and doing a Pinterest hack, okay? Pesos hair loss is just cosmetic. This is not about look, it's about feeling like myself again. Like I'm weird constructs in my hair. Big moments, bigger intimacy. Milestones. So this is like the desire that's like actually looking good for their events. I was getting married and panicking over my tanning part line. Dating with pesos hair loss. I can't even imagine letting someone touch my hair. This is for dating. I skipped photos when my sister with it because I couldn't hide my scalp. I used to love getting ready. This is imposter water. This is menopause. This is plus paralyzed. This is looks like everyone else. It's not just genetic. My blood work says pesos. My mirror says crisis. This is good. It's not genetics. My blood work says PCOS. My mirror says crisis. Don't show me another hair serum. I'll serum add unless it was built for hormonal hair loss. This is good. The part line, the temple, the pine shake, if you know, most people's. Over exaggeration. Use customer language. Use real customer language. Exaggerated. After you create the make hold, you see a female with this one also, and what person is back to her daily life, more self-esteem is don't use it's gonna give us. This is like just playing around, just like, but like the main things of this video is just like how to use the AI prompt. This is like just to show you, like, there's all we're gonna do. Like, so after we finish like all the document, we're gonna show you how we play with prompts to get like hooks and stuff. We're just playing around to show you, like, to get you the idea because people still doesn't understand like how like this where this research fits in. Still seems like, oh, it doesn't make sense. Like too much research. Actually, this much research is what gets you like to deep dive inside like the customers, so you can find like really creative ideas, creative hooks, creative concept that you can came up with, differentiate you from the market, and also creating like ads that's gonna stand out, based on research, based on and real customers' language and stuff. So you can make things like faster with like AI, but still. Okay, so I don't usually do videos like this, but I have dealing with PCOS for like 6 years now, and the hardest part for me, honestly, the hair loss. It's not just like, oh, I'm shedding a letter. No, I'm talking crumbs in the shower. It sounds like I'm shedding a learn. I'm talking comes to the show. My part client getting wilder every month. I used to have thick hairs like my parents was decent. Now it's like I said, like strength. It messes with your whole vibe. You know, like green is not the way I look. It's the way I feel. I don't feel for me anymore. I feel like I'm slowly disappearing a version of myself. Tried all the tactics stuff, oils, some cheese, I think it's hormonals, and it's deeper. And I felt freaking alone until I found this thing that actually made sense for pesos. So I'm like, it's not over, but it's fine. Something which I understand because hair loss is not the same as regular sharing. If that's what you're going through, just know you're not crazy, you're not alone, you don't have to keep suffering in silence. Okay, this is some ideas. But yeah, let's end this video here. This was like mainly for the AI prompts. You can try this also like for your own eyes if you already did research and stuff, so you can get like some fast hooks and stuff. But yeah, see you in the next video, and yeah, ciao ciao.